Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. In this video, I will be doing my semi-final preview for the matchup between the Crusaders and the Chiefs. But if you do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Nonetheless, let's get straight into this preview. So this game will be massive for both of these sides. Both want to make it through to the final. The Crusaders, they really miss a final. But the Chiefs, they have been looking pretty good as of late. So we will have to wait and see which way this battle goes. It is taking place at 7:05 PM on Friday night from ORANGETHEORY Stadium, which just makes it that little bit harder to be able to beat the Crusaders at home. But looking through at recent results, the last 3 games for the Crusaders have actually all been at home. They did beat the Fijian Drua 61 points to 3. Then they had their battle with the Reds 2 weeks ago, where it was 28 points to 15. And then the way that the draw ended up, it did mean that they had to play them again in the quarterfinals, and the Crusaders, they managed to win that game 37 points to 15. Now the big thing for the Crusaders in that matchup was the final 20 minutes. We know how strong they can be in the later stages of a match, and that is exactly what they proved up against the Reds, who were relatively close. So on the table for the Crusaders at the end of the season, they did finish in second, which does mean that if the Blues actually lose their game up against the Brumbies, it will be a home final for the Crusaders. So they'll keep that in the back of their mind, I would think, throughout this fixture. But now looking through at the recent fixtures for the Chiefs, they did have their game up against the Western Force, in which they were able to win 54 points to 21. Then they had their extremely close game up against the Fijian Drua in Fiji, but just narrowly hanging on. 1 point difference there, 35 points to 34. And then the last game that they had, it was last week, and that was the quarterfinal up against the Waratahs, in which they did win 39 points to 15. So actually very similar to what we saw from the Crusaders for their scoreline of that one. But they finished third on the table, so the only way the Chiefs get a home final is if the Crusaders lose and the Blues lose. So there is one very difficult path for the Chiefs to have a home final at FMG Stadium, and that involves beating the Crusaders first of all. But then they also need the Brumbies to beat the Blues, although the last time that the Chiefs and the Brumbies played at FMG Stadium, the Brumbies won it by 10. So I feel like it's going to be a relatively tricky one either way for the Chiefs, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. Looking through now at some key players for both of these sides that I feel will be important throughout this matchup. For the Crusaders, I have gone with 3 big names. Will Jordan is one of them, just because anytime that man gets the ball, it seems like there's always a line break or some sort of attacking presence anytime he gets involved. He has scored a lot of tries. He has been able to set up quite a few in his time as well, so that is why Will Jordan is one that I've got on my list to look out for. Another player that I've got is Richie Mo'unga. I feel like this game, followed by the final, if the Crusaders make it there, these are the big games for Richie Mo'unga, and this is where he really needs to step up at fly half. They have got Fergus Burke as an option, but he's not even on the bench for this game, so Richie Mo'unga really needs to show why he is that fly half option and that he can play the full 80 minutes, which will be very testing up against this physical Chiefs outfit. And the last name that I've got, it is Cody Taylor, recently returning from injury, so I don't know whether or not that physicality will be completely there for him, but I've actually got him there, not just for set piece, but I feel like down the wing, he's going to be a little bit dangerous in this game. He might decide that he wants to try and take that spot out on the wing for Sevu Reece or Lester Fainanuku, and if he does so, normally pretty quick when he puts the afterburners on down the wing, he's a hard man to stop, Cody Taylor, so that is why he is my last man for the Crusaders. Now looking through at the players I've selected for the Chiefs as key players to watch out for. First of all, I have got Brad Weber. He played extremely well up against the Waratahs, and I like the way he was really attacking the line from just round the side of the ruck, as it can make the defence go a little bit more narrow, which gives you an opportunity out on the wing for either Low or Tenainana Satoro if they can get that right. So Brad Weber, not just for those passes, they're going to have to be precise, but he's also got to make sure that occasionally he tests a little pick and go and see if that throws the Crusaders off their game. Then the next name that I've got, it is Luke Jacobson, and I'm actually going to combine him with the third name that I've got for the Chiefs, and that is Peter Gus-Sowakula. The reason I've got both of them, we are seeing injuries flat out for that number 7 role, whether it's Dalton Papali, whether it's Ethan Blackadder, Sam Cane, he's only just coming back from his injury. Like, the All Blacks jersey might not be too far away if they get it right here. Of course, with the Irish coming in July, it's not too far away, so that last little bit of form that you show at the end of competition could be the difference between getting that black jersey and missing out. Those are the key players for both of these sides. Now we are up to that stage, how I try and predict who will be able to win this game. This is always tough. This game, for me, it could go either way, but I'm going to say at ORANGETHEORY Stadium, the Crusaders are just narrowly too strong, and I'm going to say the Crusaders win it by 9 as the prediction there. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, let me know your predictions for the score in the comments down below. But thank you all very much for tuning in. We will be back doing our live commentary for the matchup, so be sure to check that out as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the next one.